Hi, and welcome to the Fit for All Phases podcast. My name is Heather Anderson. I am a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. And I like to give you these short, actionable episodes so that you can move on with your day with a little more information than you might have had yesterday and information that you can actually use. So today we're going to get a little weird. We are going to talk about the power of belief. All right. This is a very strong part of your fitness journey. Just as with any other journey or any other thing in your life, whatever you believe in will more than likely come to fruition because you're going to be putting forth a lot more effort. The things that you do, you actually believe are going to make a difference. And then, in fact, they do. So let's talk about that in the exercise realm. Okay, expectations change your effort. Now, that means whatever you are expecting out of your workout is how much effort you're going to give in that workout. If you go in and you're like, I'm going to kill this set, I'm going to use the best form, I'm going to get as many good repetitions in as I can, I might even increase the weight on the next set, that is an expectation that you're going in with when you start your workout. Now, that expectation not only changes the effort, but it also changes your performance. So if you think that you're going to go into that workout and you are going to just really just hone in on it and do your best and, increase that weight, move all those markers of progress, then you are actually going to perform in that way. It's just like anything else in life. Say, you're like, I'm going to cook this fabulous meal, and you get all the right ingredients. You have the recipe down and you make a fabulous meal because you thought, hey, I'm going to make something that's going to be delicious. And then you set forth to put in everything that you need to make a great meal. And the meal is great. So it really is about approaching your workouts with powerful thoughts. All right. Rather than thoughts that are negative. You want positive, powerful thoughts. One of these thoughts, and I hear it all the time, is, I'm too old. Okay. Well, if you're too old, your exercises are going to look like something that is done by someone who is too old. Or even worse, you're not going to work out at all. You are never too old. There are plenty of studies that say that no matter what age you start at, you can build muscle and you can build strength. I've seen my 80-year-old clients go from 5 pounds to 10 pounds with their exercises using 10-pound weights instead of 5. And they are getting stronger and they are getting more capable, and that they can build muscle, because if you're getting stronger, it's more than likely that you are also gaining muscle too. We talked about that. All right. If you go in and say, I'm just a girl, I'm too weak, you're either, number one, not going to put in any effort at all, or you're going to put in less effort than you are capable of. You're going to stop when it's uncomfortable. And we know that if we stop when it's uncomfortable, we are not going to see progress, because like the saying, pressure builds diamonds, uncomfortability builds muscle, all right? We can't always expect to go in and say, this is going to be a breeze and this is not going to, challenge me at all. My body's going to work completely sync with what the exercises laid out are. All right. So if you don't, put in the effort, then of course you're not going to see change. And one way to not put in effort in is to say, well, I'm too weak. And I hear this a lot from the ladies. All right. Let me give you an example. So, for example, the deadlift, okay? Pulling a barbell off of the floor. All right. So I've seen women go to the platform and I'm like, okay, listen, we're going to do 95-pound deadlift off the floor. All right. And they're like, 95? Oh my gosh, that seems like so much. I'm like, okay, well, let's try it. And of course, if you cannot lift that weight, if it doesn't work, then we will reduce the weight. But I guarantee you're going to be able to do it. So she steps up to the bar. She pulls the 95 pounds off of the ground beautifully, great form and everything. And she does this for the entire set, does the prescribed amount of repetitions and she walks away going, whoa, I didn't realize I could lift 95 pounds off the floor. Yeah, you can. A lot of us believe that we are weaker than we actually are. And it's when we actually go in and perform that we find out that we are more capable and stronger than we ever thought we were. But if you have that belief that you are not strong, you are not capable, then chances are you are not going to succeed. You are not going to do well. You're not going to be able to lift that weight. So it's all about mindset. All right. Now, mindset comes along with self-talk. All right. So if you choose negative self-talk, like I'm too weak or I'm too old, then it's going to backfire on you. That negative self-talk is going to turn into negative action or no action at all. And you know that we need action to see results. So instead, let's reframe everything. Let's choose, and it is a choice, but let's choose to be positive. Let's choose to use positive thoughts in our exercise routine or on our fitness journey or in life in general. This applies to life as a whole. If you go in and you say, I can't do this, yet adding that one little word is going to make a difference between you stepping on that platform, pulling that barbell off the floor, or not. Because oftentimes you're going to say, I can't do this, and then you do, and then I should have said, I can't do this yet, but watch me, and I will. And you do, because the power of positive thinking, the power of belief in yourself, belief in your capability is powerful. I mean, it's real. It's not something woo-woo. There's so much research that shows that if you believe that, say, an exercise regimen or a supplement is going to work, even if you're given a placebo, which is a fake, even if you're given that, it's still going to work as it would have if you had taken the actual supplement or had performed the actual exercise regimen. Because your brain listens. And whatever your brain says is what your body's going to do. So if your brain says, I'm capable, I can do this, I'm going to be positive, I'm not too weak, I'm not too old, then your body is going to respond in kind and it's going to be able to lift that weight. It's going to be able to get stronger, right? So you need to earn confidence by trying, right? You at least have to try. I have not seen any of my clients who have ever come into a workout, a session with me, and leave feeling weak or defeated. They always feel way more capable, way more confident than they were when they walked in the door. I mean, you can have a bad day where everything's going wrong. But you walk into the gym, you do things as prescribed and with good form and good technique and good mindset, and you will leave successful. The rest of the day could have been crap, but you are going to walk out feeling accomplished, feeling confident, and feeling more capable than ever. And that is the power of resistance training, is the ability for it to give you confidence, right? But first, you have to have confidence in yourself for it to even work. Again, because whatever you think is what is going to come to fruition. So if you think you're strong and you're capable, if you come in with confidence and you think that you are not too old, you are not too weak, you are able to do this, then you will do it because your thoughts become actions. So I just want to leave you today with an actionable thing to think of as you approach your day or as you approach your gym session. You need to go in with confidence. You need to think positive thoughts, and you are going to see positive results. I guarantee it. All right. So with that, I'm going to leave you, and please stay tuned for short and actionable episodes. So have a wonderful rest of your day.